This is Key Convo number 1. My name is Ryan Spicer, here with Maclin Bilski. Maclin Bilski is a painter, a writer, a music producer, a part-time host on an Impaulsive podcast, a photographer, a videographer, and an entrepreneur. And my friend. Did I miss anything?
Oh, that's a lot. Yeah, all those are accurate. They're all true. Did you say poet?
Poet. I said writer.
That counts. That counts. Yeah, we'll wrap that in. Yeah, that's pretty good. I'd say that's pretty accurate. The only thing I would say is a dreamer. I got a lot of ideas.
What I really wanted to talk about was the other day we hopped on a call and you told me that there's a new game.
Mm-hmm.
Explain what that new game is.
The new game is very simple. It's called increased baseline output. Whatever you were doing before is not good enough anymore. You have to level up. You have to raise the stakes. There has to be more on the line, and you have to be just doing more. It's so simple. For me, it turned into sharing more of my art that I've captured over the past couple of years, and pushing myself to do more on my YouTube channel. But it can be, another simple thing would be adding a mile run to your day, and then going above and beyond and helping someone with something, responding to a DM, helping the neighbor out, move their trash cans in, anything. Just go above and beyond. Just help out more than you were. And it's that simple, but knowing that you can't ever go back down to a lesser point.
Hell yeah.
It's been 2 weeks of that so far. And to be honest with you, it's incredible. It's so much easier than you think to just cut out other crap that we don't need and do a little bit more.
I've been keeping up with my 100 push-ups a day.
Uh-huh.
Fell behind a couple of days, so today I had to do 200.
All right. Counts.
I've been trying to run a mile every day. Haven't done it every day, but better than nothing,
Yeah, the thing is you can't just try. It's kind of like that's the new lifestyle,
Yeah.
And if you aren't doing it, you recognize what it was that took you away from being able to do the thing that you've...
Ain't nothing to it but to do it.
Exactly. I mean, it's that easy, but it's the hard part is finding what it is you want to level up.
Yeah.
So mine happened to be my socials, to really get the message out there of what I'm looking to do with my life.
Super cool. So last summer we moved from Cleveland, Ohio to Los Angeles, California on our own terms, like for different reasons, but we did it.
Yeah.
What have been, I guess, some of the cool parts about moving and maybe some of the challenges? Are you happy you moved?
Oh yeah, I'm super happy. This for me was the energy boost I needed to get myself into a place where everyone is incredibly creative. Not everyone, but the majority of people are creative type people, and they're willing to put their thoughts out there and are willing to constantly be creating. I love to create, so being in a place where I can do that at all times, necessary.
You've been to LA, you've been creating a lot?
Oh, that's all I do. From sun up to sundown, eyes open to eyes closed. I mean, you said at the beginning, all the things I do, I gotta keep moving if I want to maintain a title of all those things. If I'm not writing, I'm not a writer. So.
Yep.
So the positive things, yeah, just, beautiful weather. Coming from Cleveland, it was a great place. Love it. Great family, great friends, great people. But there's a different energy out here as far as, getting the creative stuff done and out there into the world, to provide entertainment and inspiration for everyone that's looking. And then, the nature's a big thing for me. So being able to go to the beach or drive an hour north and see some mountains, or go, just west go east and see deserts, whatever it is, it's just an inspiring place all around.
Yeah.
So yeah.
What do you think about the importance of organization and strategy?
Ooh, in what regard?
Do you do either of those things? And if you do, have they helped you?
Yeah, I keep my life organized. All of my paperwork, my materials, my supplies, my thoughts, I keep them all organized. I have these notepads that I write in, keep my thoughts organized as far as what I'm looking to do for the day, the week, the year. I write down my goals. I write down my challenges. I write down the steps that I need to take to get to where I want to be. So that falls into strategizing, for sure. I'm definitely always taking a different approach towards achieving my goals, which is, yeah, come on, which is they're just trying to get everything put onto paper so that I can see it in front of me, and then um, yeah, make it happen. Follow those steps that I wrote out and follow them as I go.
That's the simplest thing that I can give to anybody in terms of helping them out is just, especially a daily to-do list. And goals,
Oh,
you have to like know where you're going, and then like a step-by-step process on how to get there. Basically, is what.
absolutely. That's been a key element of my life since college. I typically write my notes out, or my to-do list for tomorrow the night before.
Yeah.
So
And
yeah.
for some reason, it helps more like actually writing it as opposed to typing it or something. You know?
Oh yeah,
I don't know why.
absolutely.
But
Probably because you believe it more. It's tangible. It's come from your hand, and I don't know. I still have yet to figure that one out, but I definitely prefer to write on paper instead of in my phone.
one thing I wanted to ask you is if there was one good lesson that you've learned throughout your life, it could be any lesson. It doesn't have to be the lesson,
Yeah.
but what would it be, and who was it from?
One good lesson. Um, I want to thank my art for a lot of the lessons I've learned.
Cool.
It's um, probably not the most typical. Actually, I think a lot of artists probably come across this. When you get really involved in creative processes, you start to uncover a lot about yourself. Things I like to do, things I don't want to do. If I'm lazy, it will show in my work. Um, if I'm excited, that might find its way in there too. But every brushstroke will show some element of me, and it shows me the most about myself. So it's taught me a lot of lessons along the way.
Um, what inspires you?
What inspires me? Um, let's see: art, nature, space, thinking, people, love, beautiful women, flowers, business, creating happiness, goodness, purity, um, music, all types of music inspire me to make more music. Um, I don't know. I'm inspired by a lot of different things. I think my big thing is I like to take inspirations from just about everything.
Yeah.
I definitely seek beautiful things uh, before I look for the negative. So even if there's a negative thing, I try to find the beauty in that and then draw inspiration from that part of it, um, as opposed to the negative.
So over quarantine, have you been keeping yourself occupied in terms of work? I know you sent me a couple pictures of something you were working on, the FaceTime photo shoot.
FaceTime photo shoot. What a wild time. Yeah, we're just getting innovative here. If I want to be a photographer, I got to keep taking pictures. I have a lot of model friends and they need content. So what we've been doing is we link up on a Zoom call, FaceTime call, whatever it is. And, um, and we pose them, put them in unique locations, move the camera around, all this type of stuff.
That was a
Yeah,
completely
yeah.
original idea that I've never heard of before, and it came out amazing.
Thanks, man. I have to say, I definitely had some people that inspired me on the internet. This guy named Andrea Mette. He's an Italian photographer. But everyone's going to do it a different way. It's kind of the way of the world.
Yeah.
And, no one owns a method. So as soon as that new style came about, everyone started taking their hand at it and finding new ways.
Yep.
I think I just found an even better way to do it. So there's going to be more to come there.
And then also congrats on the footage that you took getting in that music video for Arizona's Bosses FM.
Those were just some pictures. But he's been a friend for a little while now, a friend of a friend, and then happen to fall in the same world.
Yeah.
That dude's a super talent. Love his music, love his style. I think he's going to do a lot more good stuff.
Oh yeah, man.
So I'm hoping to help out more, of course, but we'll see.
There's a quote that you wrote that I love.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to read it. My understanding of life thus far is that it's just one big climb to the top. Go at your own pace and enjoy the view.
Mm-hmm.
There are so many philosophies to unpack here. Is that still true?
There's a lot of philosophies to unpack with that. But the underlying theory of all that is that life can be looked at a lot like a mountain. And as you climb, you're going to find new pathways to get to the top. And once you get to the top, you'll see all the other little things that you could have done along the way that would have made it so much easier.
Yeah.
But of course, you can't be there until you get there. So you just got to keep climbing. And of course, once you get to the top, you find out that there is no top and there's always some more room to go even higher. So you just got to keep climbing, keep climbing, keep climbing. It's a philosophy that a lot of wisdom seekers tend to find for themselves. I think it's the way you say it will be novel for every single writer or person that's willing to share that information.
Yeah.
But we tend to find that this is a mountain with no top and that you can't see the forest through the trees. Both of those things are true.
Yes. Do you have anything else?
Yeah, man. I want to know what it's been like for you on this LA journey. You dropped out of college, you went on tour, and then all of a sudden you ended up here in LA. What's that like?
It was a crazy journey. Yeah, I was at West Virginia University. I had background in music and got inspired to get into content creation.
Mm-hmm.
Those two worlds combined led me to an artist coming out of Cleveland. We signed to Warner Records, toured the country a bunch of times. I always loved LA, traveling. Every time we would go there, it was the most captivating place that we had been. Mm-hmm. Every time. And new chapter unfolded, and I ended up with another band, toured the country. I got tapped into basically my age group in LA.
So you got introduced to a lot of friends very quickly.
Yeah, exactly. Great way to put it. And, from there, other opportunities came about. I'm working on some things right now. It's been a blessing. I didn't expect to do so much with touring and stuff. Yeah. Early during this quarantine, I've gotten time to sit back and think about the future and what I want it to look like. And I like to think about myself as 80 years old. Yeah. On my deathbed, looking back at my life and what is the path of minimal regret. And I like to stick with that. And during this quarantine, this goes to show a lot of jobs and a lot of things that people thought were secure and safe turned out to not necessarily be true. Not at all. I think that going into the future, one thing that's going to be important is branding yourself personally. I think that goes for everybody. I think there's a new chapter about to unfold for me, and I'm excited to go for it, man. That's great. I can feel that for you, for sure. I laugh because we have very similar stories of I was doing this one thing for something else, and then I dropped all of it and left and followed my creative passions. Yeah. And it's taken you to where you are today, which is incredible, and you're doing well, which is, it's not the norm to right away find success. Sometimes that takes a couple of years. Right. One thing that's interesting is you talked about yourself being 80 years old on just in a bed somewhere. Do you see how looking back could be comparable to climbing up a mountain and looking down at a past version of yourself? For sure. For sure. It's the same thing, just different way to say it, I guess. Exactly. Up to this point, I've definitely taken some risks. I've been in life-threatening situations that I'm lucky to have made it out of. Yeah. But I have no regrets whatsoever, and I'm grateful for it. That's great. And you think that following your heart has been a major factor in that? It has been the best decisions that I've made in my life. My life movie has come from me almost off the gate at 16 years old, just following my dreams and just proving to myself that if you go after something and you're again organized and you strategize it out, that happen that you didn't expect, and you can do more than you think. I know the LA scene can sometimes get a little spiritual, and there's the whole view of manifestation.
Do you think that your organization and strategizing is your means of manifesting the dreams you have in your head?
Yeah, it is, for sure. I didn't really think about it until you said it, but it definitely is my form of manifesting.
To me, that's exactly what manifesting is.
Yeah.
All the spiritual people say, write down your thoughts, your intentions, your goals. But to take it a step further and writing out a strategy and how you're going to get there is pretty important. And sooner or later, if you're knocking off tasks from that list, you're going to get to the things you want. And it's always been that simple. And clearly you've lived by that for a long time, and you've, gotten yourself to a comfortable place. So, yeah, man, I'm excited for the future. I think we have a lot more that we're going to be able to do together. I'm not sure exactly what that might be, but I know that us having similar mindsets and abilities will be a force to be reckoned with, and that there's only so much time before we find our inevitable success.
I agree.
All right, man. Well, let's keep rocking now. Let's get back to work.